Are there any good teachers? And you're correct, especially with libs of TikTok, like it is very easy to see those videos and then apply that to all teachers and just assume all teachers are like that, which really isn't fair. And frankly, ends up doing the exact same thing that we're complaining about as far as having negative content or such doom and gloom in the classroom and bringing that on our kids, that we're doing the same things to ourselves. And there is good, there is positive, there really are good people out there, there really are good teachers. And I appreciate you highlighting that, because sometimes it can get lost.
Well, can I, and at the risk of calling out Moms for Liberty, who I respect and admire, sometimes advocates do kids an injustice as well. So again, I'm a curriculum guy. One of the best ELA curriculums that I know of is called Wit and Wisdom. It's a very robust, rigorous, knowledge-rich ELA curriculum that's widely adopted. Well, a couple of years ago, there was a Moms for Liberty chapter in Tennessee that, if I'm remembering correctly, tried to get that curriculum thrown out of Tennessee schools lock, stock, and barrel because of a single book, about seahorses that said that, male seahorses carry babies. And this was evidence of, the curriculum is woke and, it's got to go. So, do your homework. In other words, it's virtually impossible that you're not going to find, I challenge you to find a published curriculum anywhere that you agree 100% with every aspect of it. But let's not throw the baby out with the bathwater. Let's, let us be like, savvy consumers of these things, but not overreact. Because if you do throw that curriculum out, well, then you're creating a permission structure yourself for that teacher to go on Google and Pinterest and share my lesson and who knows where else. Because this is something else we haven't discussed, Missy. The permission structure that we create in education of telling every teacher you're the best person to know what every child needs means they're going to go online, every night looking for materials that they think will interest kids. And there's a lot of folks that, while I don't believe that we have 3.7 million teachers out there determined to indoctrinate kids, there are a lot of people out there who do view the classroom as an irresistible target, whether to sell political ideas or just sell things. And the teacher who does not have a curriculum because we demanded that it get thrown out because it had one book that we didn't like. Well, now we're demanding that teacher go into the curriculum bazaar and pull down who knows what to put in front of kids the next day.
That actually makes it a lot harder on parents then to be able to see what their kids are being taught. That we didn't get a chance to fully unpack that, so I'm hoping I'm going to bring you back on to be able to talk a little bit about the concept, which I've heard you cover more in depth elsewhere, and I really like it. That this what you just said right there, that teachers are given this kind of free reign on whatever they would be doing, and I don't think a lot of parents realize that, because I know I didn't realize that. So that was a real eye-opening point as well. Well, real quick, tell us let everyone know where they can find you and follow you online so that they can stay up with all your work.
Oh, thank you. Well, I'm a scholar, and I always want to make air quotes when I say I'm a scholar at the American Enterprise Institute, because there are people there who have real credentials that I do not. So I'm happy to work under the same roof as guys like Charles Murray and Yuval Levin and people like that. But if you Google me at the American Enterprise Institute, virtually everything that I write or say, probably this podcast as well, will show up on what they call your scholar page there, so you can keep up with it there. And because it's the law, I have a Substack now, because we all have to have a Substack.